In this video I'll show you an alternative method for putting in fret dots, using epoxy resin mixed with a dye. If you're not too sure how to prepare the fretboard, make sure you've checked out the first video in this stage. For this ukulele I'm going to put fret dots on the 5th, 7th and 12th frets. I use a laser cutter to create the engravings I need in the shape of the fret dots I want, but the engraving can be done in any number of different ways, including by hand or using a Dremel or engraving tool. Once the engraving's been done on the desired frets, take it away and get yourself prepared with some epoxy resin and some dyes. If you're using an epoxy resin such as araldite, mix 2 equal parts together and mix them very thoroughly. I found an ink that was compatible with epoxy, and this was just through experimentation, so you should be able to find some ink somewhere that works well with epoxy resin. Mix the ink and the resin all together and spread out evenly over the engravings. When you apply the resin, make sure it's bulging above the surface of the timber. If there's any air trapped inside the engraving, it will rise to the surface and won't be visible when you sand it back. Leave the resin to dry for an appropriate amount of time and then begin sanding it back. I started with 180 grit paper, moved through the 240, 320 and 400. You want quite a smooth finish on the fretboard, so this needs to be sanded to a very high level. By the time we're done with this stage, we should have something that looks like this. In the last video of this stage, I'll show you how to use a jig that I've created to cut the frets.